Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Friday, September 3rd. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you are somebody that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about the tool of technical analysis and charts to make good decisions as a trader, then this will be a video for you. Real quick before I do get started, I do want you to keep in the back of your mind that if you enjoy what you're seeing, you can start to see the benefit and value of it, but you want to learn more, then I am offering a live class actually this evening, Thursday. So if you're interested in getting signed up, just in the description box, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link you can click on, or if you're watching at claytrader.com, then there is an area on the webpage for you to click on. But I also do realize that maybe if you're watching this right now, after the market's closed, it might be too last minute, or who knows, maybe you're watching this Friday morning and you've already missed it. If you do want to see the recording of it, because it will be recorded, then just drop me an email, which you see there on the screen, clay at claytrader.com, and I will send you out the recording of it. So like I said, if it's just too last minute, totally understand. Or if you just totally missed it and you're watching this on Friday morning, like I said, drop me an email and I'll send you a recording of it. First one here, ticker symbol ANY, and what a monster this thing was. Huge volume today, and the price really showed some great movements. And the nice thing here is that with the pullback, which is underway, it has at least eliminated the worry of, okay, am I chasing the price? Am I suffering from FOMO, fear of missing out? None of that here. Now, there were some poor souls that did get caught up in FOMO and chased the price, and they bought right there. And as of right now, yeah, they're probably not going to be having a very good Thursday night. But if you're still observing this, then yeah, you have gotten the pullback here. The overall trend is still perfectly fine. Again, it is a matter of perspective. Those people that bought up there, they would definitely be calling this chart bearish. But from the overall standpoint, you can see right here with these lows keep getting higher and higher. So the overall trend is still plenty bullish. So as of right now, all you got is a pullback within a bullish trend, which looking back through the history of things, you can see right there actually turned out to be a nice little opportunity there, a nice little opportunity right there. So now it just becomes a question of, okay, is this going to be another nice opportunity? Is it guaranteed to be a nice opportunity? Of course not. No such thing as a guarantee. But is it a valid thought to have? Is it a rational thought to have? Absolutely. Why? Well, because it's already happened a couple of times before. Again, does that mean that it's going to happen a third time? No. But if somebody say, well, why would you think that this could be an opportunity? And you could say, well, there's one example of why, and there's two examples of why. And that's what technical analysis is all about. Not guarantee anything, because there's no crystal balls, but in helping you as a trader make good, informed, logical decisions. So it's totally logical to think that this could very well be an opportunity. So keep an eye on the pullback there, and as it's showed already, not only today but in the past days, it can move big. So like I said, if you enjoy playing pullbacks, we'll take a look at ANY. Next one here, ticker symbol AMC. And overall, a fine day. Started off actually relatively rough, but to give credit where credit's due, after the move downwards, price recovered nicely and at least got up into the general vicinity of the chart. So it's not like the price recovered in the sense of exploded upwards or anything like that, but it did recover in a couple of ways. First, it continues to maintain above $42, which, for those of you that have watched past videos, hopefully remember is going to be a very important level to watch moving forward. And then also just, had a good little day in the sense of it did also show some upward strength. So now it's just a question of, can this strength build into something more? And if it is, then, in a very near term, $45 is going to be that initial area of resistance. Yes, from the overarching standpoint, which again, if you watch past top 10 videos, you've heard me talk about time and time again, is still that $48 mark up there. But, as of right now, 48 is kind of irrelevant, because let's just first see if the price can even get up through this initial level right there at 45. So 45 going to be that near-term level of resistance. And again, key overall level of support down there at 42, which so far so good the price is hanging on to. But yeah, let's see if the price can maybe get a break of 45 and not necessarily break 48 on Friday, but maybe get a little bit closer to it for a potential setup, going into next week. Next one here, ticker symbol BBIG, has been an absolute monster, but has finally started to act human here a little bit. But overall, the chart is still perfectly fine. Keyword there being overall, because just like ANY, it's a matter of perspective. So people that, bought right there as day traders, or maybe you bought, right there as a day trader and your plan was to buy and sell within 10 minutes. Well, yeah, from those angles, things are not looking so good. But from the overarching standpoint, right now, this is just still one big old pullback here within a much grander scheme overall uptrend. So, to really kind of exaggerate this out, what we basically have here is a big old bull flag pattern. But, if that's a little bit too drawn out, that's fine. But really the main dynamic here to watch, and that's really made itself, very apparent now, is that trend line right there. I mean, talk about the power of charts and just how kind of crazy amazing they are when you think about it. But by using that data point and that data point, did a pinpoint job of forecasting where that resistance was. So moving forward, nothing is guaranteed, but my point is, it's, again, goes back to, is it at least a logical decision? And it is a logical decision to think that if the price were to break through that trend line, that would be a breakout, and that could very well in of itself create that much more additional buying pressure. So if you are some sort of breakout player or just looking for some sort of confirmation of strength, definitely keep an eye on that trend line right there. And then as far as supports are concerned, main area to watch, at least in my opinion, going to be right down there around $7.25 now. So we'll see if that comes into play or not. But yeah, just another pullback day today. But again, from the overall standpoint, the trend remains bullish. So it's just a question of, can the bulls kind of show back up again on Friday to get a break through that trend line? Let's see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol GSAT. And good to see that this one was able to come back to life again. I don't want to say it was disappointing in a bearish sense, but was a little disappointing that this area up here, generally speaking, is still remaining apparently that very key level of resistance. So going to get that trend line in play there, as that'll be the main battleground point to watch moving forward. So if there is any sort of attempted movement back to the upside, then yeah, right around, let's just call it 235-ish is going to be that main battleground area. So keep an eye on that. Like I said, if there is any sort of attempted recovery back to the upside. As far as levels of support are concerned, really two main levels stand out to me. First one down here, the lows from today in that former breakout point at the 202 mark. And then if 202 doesn't hold up, next key level after that would then be down there right around the bottom part of that consolidation, which sits at $1.85. So 202 and $1.85 key levels of support. And again, if the price does try to recover back upwards, then it's all about that overall resistance trend line up there, which right now valued right around that 235 mark. Next one here, ticker symbol KPLT. And this is a very interesting setup because it's really at this point a question of, is the party officially over, or is this right here just kind of a temporary little pullback before the overall trend continues? Because to give a little bit more context here, let me get this trend line in play. So overall, the trend is still plenty bullish. So actually, let me change that to green also to represent a bullish dynamic here. So there's really a couple different thought processes that you go through. One would be for those pullback players that like to play trend lines. At that point, it's all a question of, can this pullback, can there be a little bit more panic that shows up, brings it down on that trend line, which again, doesn't guarantee anything, but makes it a very valid, credible thought to think, it could bounce. Again, why would you think that? Well, I mean, it's bounced there, it's bounced there, it's bounced there. So while it doesn't guarantee that it'll bounce again, by no means is that some sort of random decision to potentially buy right around that trend line when it's got a good track record of bouncing before. So that's one aspect is, okay, let's see more of a pullback. If you're some sort of, a breakout player, then in my mind, the interesting and really kind of key breakout level that a lot of people will be watching right up there around $6.45, and nothing fancy or complicated behind that. That is just simply where the party, simply stopped today. But like I said, maybe this is the end of the road. Maybe this big nasty move is going to turn into something worse. So that's, as always, why risk management, stop losses, all that good stuff exists. But yeah, maybe this is just some sort of kind of overblown panic, brings it down to that trend line, and then you get a bounce up from it. So overall, a very interesting setup to see all this volume come in this afternoon, and then to see this relatively steep pullback in the final portion of the day. But we'll see if it can lead to a even more attractive setup on Friday. Next one here, ticker symbol METX, and this one was just pure chaos. I mean, absolutely crazy monster move there on Wednesday, and then today, nasty gap down, and then continue to head downwards. But what I like about these just pure chaos ones, there's all sorts of drama, as well as traders, that's what you want. You want drama, you want chaos, because that is where the opportunities can lie. As always, though, maybe there aren't any opportunities, and that's why risk management protocols need to be used. But to be fair, maybe opportunities do exist, and that's what we're trying to, find and exploit as traders. And really the interesting dynamic here has to do with the fact that, yeah, it was working down, but the final part of the day, you can see the price started to go sideways, and then these are, I should have probably mentioned this earlier, but 30-minute candles, meaning each one of these candlesticks represents 30 minutes of time. And that's important because you can see the final 30 minutes of the day, nice little green candle. Now, I'm not saying just because there was a green candle the last 30 minutes means that this thing is going to all of a sudden, skyrocket back upwards. But again, it's at least worth keeping an eye on. And in my mind, I'm very curious about that trend line right there. Can the price break that trend line? If it does, then, would it be shocking to see the price potentially make a run up to 50? I don't think anybody would be shocked by that. Again, not guaranteed to happen, but that's at least a rational thought process to have, because that would represent, a break of this current little downtrend here that red line's representing. So keep a close eye on that. And then as far as supports are concerned, nothing fancy or complicated at all. Literally just a question of, okay, well, where did the bleeding finally stop today? And that was right down there at 38 cents. So for that reason, and that reason alone, is why it's going to be an important area of support. But yeah, in my opinion, that the most interesting dynamic here is, all right, let's see if this chaos can all of a sudden lead to, even if it's just a dead cat bounce, well, that's fine. From a trading perspective, there can still be plenty of opportunity within that. But let's see how the price behaves relative to that resistance trend line. Next one here, ticker symbol CEI, and just a beautiful, beautiful pattern. It's very straightforward. You have the resistance portion of it right there. You have the support portion of it right there, which I am going to change to green to, like I said previously, to represent more of the bullish dynamic. And then just, and I'll keep this all in one color. So again, we have the resistance area there. We have the support area there. We have what would be known as the pull portion of the pattern. If I put a golf hole down there, have ourselves a very, very nice bull pennant pattern. So the big question mark moving into Friday is, who is ultimately going to win out of this pattern? Are the bulls going to win out with a break to the upside? Are the bears going to win with a break to the downside? That all remains to be seen. But that is really the key dynamic here. And if you had to, pick, you got to go with the bulls just because it is a bullish pattern. Now, that doesn't mean that the bulls are for sure going to win. But again, from a rational, from a logical thought process to have, you probably want to err on the side of caution, which would be on the bulls' favor because this thing has had a big surge up, now consolidating a little bit. So within the bullish pattern, you would expect it to break to the upside, but not guaranteed. So again, risk management protocols, that's why they exist. But as far as technical charts and helping us formulate logical, rational trade plans, there's nothing irrational at all to think that this thing could be getting ready to make another move to the upside. So let's see how it closes out the week on Friday. Next one here, ticker symbol SPCE, and on the note of drama and craziness, check out how crazy this one got today. Absolutely bonkers of a day. Huge move to start the day and then just completely rolled back over, and all of a sudden it starts to bounce back upwards, which brings the very interesting dynamic here is, okay, yeah, the price has started to bounce. Is there any true strength behind this bounce? Is it just a dead cat bounce? That all remains to be seen. But the point here is if this is the start of a bigger move, not saying that it's going to go straight up there to 2850, but even if this move continues a little bit, that could still be a very worthwhile trading opportunity. So like I said, that's really the main dynamic on this one is just the pure craziness of it, and that it looks like it could be in maybe another repetition. So it went up, went down, now is it starting to go up? We'll see what happens with it. But also just the area where it bounced. Again, from a charting perspective, what a coincidence, quote unquote. Right where the price decided to stop going down through all that chaos was, look right there, right in an area where it had gone sideways previously. So again, our chart's a perfect tool. Are they a holy ball, a crystal ball? They're not a holy grail. They're not a holy ball either, but they're not a crystal ball. But are they a tool that can make rational decisions? And absolutely. And I can guarantee that somewhere around the world, there are a few people are like, hey, look, it's bounced from that area before. Let's just put in an order down there, see if we can get a bounce again. And they have gotten a very nice bounce from that area. But like I said, at this point, it's all a matter of, can this, bounce build upon itself? And the next key level of resistance is going to be that purple line right there, the 50 period moving average right now valid at, we'll call it 2670. So keep a close eye on that. But yeah, if you're looking for crazy volatility and, just a whole lot of drama, SPCE's got to be near the top of your list on Friday. Next one, ticker symbol BTCM. And this is a very, very attractive one headed into Friday. Like I said, nothing really going on earlier on, but then latter part of the day, you can see that's where the volume really poured in and got a nice movement with it. And now we're looking at a good old-fashioned, very well-defined pattern here. So key area of resistance headed into Friday now going to be right up there at, let's just call it $13.25. And then as far as the support area is concerned, the level that stands out to me going to be right around there. So again, change that to green to represent the bullish attribute of things. And you've already heard me talk about this pattern before, but hey, it's a good pattern. And again, keep it all one color. We have the resistance there. We have the support there. We have the pull portion right there. Let's put our golf hole in place down there. And we have another bull pennant pattern. So all eyes, in my opinion, at least going to be on that 1325 mark. And everybody wondering, rightfully so, can the price get the breakup through that area? And if it can, well, then you'd have a breakout. And breakouts can definitely lead to self-fulfilling prophecies and more people buying because, hey, it's a breakout. I'm a breakout player. I want to buy. So keep a close eye on that. But you got to love how this thing really came to life this afternoon. It's going through a nice little consolidation here. So can the momentum continue into Friday? Let's see how it all plays out. Next one here, ticker symbol DTST. And pretty much what we just talked about. So I don't want to repeat myself too much, but essentially a mirror image. One difference being this one had good solid volume pretty much the entire day long. But now that the dust has settled, a couple of very well-defined technical levels. And the first level that a lot of people will be watching, longs and shorts, everybody in between, is going to be that area of support right down there at $4.70. So, nothing is guaranteed, obviously, and I realize I've said that a million times, but I really just want to keep emphasizing that charts are not a crystal ball. There's no such thing as a perfect tool, but so I don't want to make anything seem like it's a guarantee. But I mean, it's valid to think that if the price were to come down there, that it could bounce. I mean, it's happened several times before, but it's also valid to think, well, if it doesn't bounce, that could create some panic. That could create some fear. So shorts may be getting all over that on any sort of break to the downside there. But on the flip side, as far as, the key breakout area is concerned, in my mind, it's all about that trend line right there. So yes, you've guessed it. We have ourselves another resistance support, pull portion down, golfle. We have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, that key breakout area going to be right around, let's just call it $5.20. But if the price can break up through there, as this one has already showed, it can move very quickly. So at least keeping an eye on that to see if there is going to be any sort of bullish breakout. Or if you're somebody that plays the short side, then yeah, that 470 mark is a very intriguing level also. So that wraps up the top 10. And again, just want to personally invite you, if you liked what you saw, you want to learn more about charts, why they work, how they should be used, how they should not be used as a tool to build consistency. Then again, I am offering the class. So depending on when you're watching this, if you're watching it, right after the market closed, then yeah, this evening, Thursday, September 2nd at 7 p.m., key thing being Eastern time there. But again, like I said, if it's too last minute, you already have things on your schedule, totally understand. Still get signed up. Or just send me an email right there and I'll send you the recording of it. Or like I said, for those of you that are watching this on Friday morning, for example, but you'd still like to see the recording, drop me an email, clay@claytrader.com, and I'll gladly send you a recording of the live class. And then as far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy this format, if you want me to keep making videos like this, then please communicate that to me. As long as I know that it's worth my time and effort, then I'll keep doing them. And you can tell me that, hey, Clay, please keep doing them. I enjoy them. They're helpful. Hit the like button, leave a basic comment, even if it's just saying hi. The number one, a smiley face, anything though, just hitting the like button and leaving a basic comment, like I said, communicates to me that it's worth the time and the effort. And as long as I know it's worth the time, it's worth the effort to put these videos together, then I have no problem and I will gladly continue to do these sorts of videos. But again, if you want to learn more about charts and how to use them to build consistency, then definitely get signed up for the class. Or like I said, just drop me an email if you're not going to be able to make it, but you still want to see a recording of it, and I'll gladly get that to you. So hopefully everybody have a great day, and I'll see you back on Friday.